Good evening and welcome. You are watching Ask Profit on NDTV Profit and I'm Nupur Talwar Suri.
And I'm your host Malika Mishra, and together in the next 1 hour we will be taking up all your queries. So don't forget to call us on the numbers that's flashing on your screen. You can also reach out to us on WhatsApp, both the numbers of which are available on your screen. And with that, I will also introduce the guests that are going to answer all your queries this evening. We have Kushal Gandhi from Stocksbox. He's a tech analyst and he'll be answering all your technical questions. And we have Mahesh Ojha from Hensick Securities who will be joining us on the fundamentals. So welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And let's go ahead with the first question that we're getting on WhatsApp. Sarath has written to us from Dubai. He holds 20 shares of Vari Renewable Technologies at 1,645 apiece. Now, a couple of things. The stock today surged 5% to settle at its upper price band of 1,409, as you can see on your screen. That flat line, it really just shows that how it was locked today and it did well. Now, the stock has been trading in a definitive range, though, in the past 5 months or so. So, Kushal, let's take this question to you. What's your sense on Vari Renewable Technologies?
If you go to see Vari Technologies, I mean, it's more like a distribution phase, and it's been trading below your key moving averages like the 200 DM and the 50 DM with a negative crossover. So my view is a bit negative as of now, and I would want to wait for the levels of 1850 to be taken out on a closing basis. Only once that's done, I feel there'll be a positive trajectory. So until then, I would ask the investor to sort of keep a very tight trailing stop loss near 1246, and a fall below that level, should exit your positions.
All right, let's take up a next question right now. We're getting one from SM Reddy. He's writing into us from Hyderabad. Now, he has a question on NTPC. He's got about 3,000 shares at 413 a piece. He wants to know whether he should be holding it or selling it. Now, the stock has traded above 400 levels between July and November, and then it's returned to lower levels after that. Today, I think it was trading at 333.65, so very, very marginally up. So he's looking at, I think what I understand from his question is it's a longish view that he's looking at. So let's go to Mahesh on this one. So hi, Mahesh, how are you looking at this one?
Good evening, Nupur. Definitely, he can hold from NTPC perspective. There is a lot of things which can be done in NTPC. So, from longer term perspective, NTPC looks good, and we can expect 450 to 460 level in the 1 year horizon period. So he can hold NTPC, but currently NTPC is downside because the whole market is facing some selling pressure. So fundamentally, there is nothing negative in NTPC. He can hold NTPC.
Okay, that's a hold on NTPC. And viewers, don't forget to call us on the numbers flashing on your screen. Our guests are here to answer all your queries. So make use of this moment and call us. Until then, we will take up a couple of WhatsApp queries. Suresh has written to us from Chennai and he holds 200 shares of DMart at 4,191 a piece. Now, DMart goes by the name of Avenue Supermarts on the exchanges. The stock is currently priced at 3,561 and it saw an uptrend above 4,600 levels between April and September, but declined to a point below from where it started the year. So, Mahesh, what is your sense of this particular stock? Is Avenue Supermart to be a good? Is it a good company to stay invested in?
No, he can sell on a higher level. If anything upside, he can sell and exit and can seek other counter. Because I think when Supermart is already a high P counter and nothing much visible for upside in this counter. So from my perspective, high on exit.
All right, I think we've got a phone call right now. Biksesh is joining us from Gujarat. Hi, Biksesh. How can we help you this evening?
Yeah, I have a share of Kaynes Technology. So I want to know that it is better for long term for 2 to 3 years purpose.
Okay, and what rate did you buy it at, and how many shares are you holding, and did you really research on it before buying these shares? So what essentially was your thought process?
Yeah, actually I have 30 shares and 4,800 rupees.
Okay, when did you buy these?
And in September 2024.
Okay, so you've got a tidy amount of profit sitting already on that one. And you're looking for, you want to hold it for a period of 2 to 3 years. So let's take then that to both our guests. First, coming to you, Kushal, it's done really well and the viewer is already sitting on a tidy amount of profit. So what's your sense? Should he be holding on to it?
I would rather recommend him to have a very tight trailing stop loss. I mean, the stock is already up more than 1,000% from the listing, listing lows. So my sense is that just hold on to your, protect your capital and have a trailing stop loss, which should be close to near 6,400, and just sort of enjoy the ride till it lasts.
Mahesh, is that something that you seem to agree with? As you know, we've been pointing out that the viewer is sitting on a tidy bit of profit. What's your sense on the fundamentals of Kaynes Tech?
Yeah, definitely from longer term perspective, he can hold, but currently stock is valued, looks something expensive. So some small correction can come in stocks, but from longer term perspective, company is high growth company. And I think results are coming very good. So from 2 to 3 year horizon, he can hold. Definitely, I don't think I don't see any hurdle from to a longer term horizon. But in shorter term, if any results are mild and other things, then the stock can correct up to 6,600, 6,800 odd level. But from current perspective, he can hold from longer term perspective.
Okay, got that. And now we have Anthony joining us on the phone line from Delhi. Hi, Anthony. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Thank you.
Please go ahead with your question, Anthony.
Yeah, my question is on CDSL. I bought about 1,000 shares about 10 days ago at 1775.
Okay.
I like capital market stocks because I see if the markets are busy and doing well, then companies like CDSL should do well. So I'm looking at not a long term, but short term. So I just wanted some reactions from your specialists.
Okay, got that. Kushal, our viewer holds 1,000 shares of CDSL and he bought them just 10 days ago. And the 1 year chart pretty much is, very positive. It has basically, gradually and slowly just increased towards the upline. So what's your sense on CDSL and should he hold on to his 1,000 shares?
Positive on CDSL. I mean, the stock has succumbed to some profit booking, from the record highs near to 1990. And I think the stock is showing some nice resilience to drawdowns below the demand zone near 1740. So I think the risk reward is also quite lucrative at the current price juncture. So yeah, I would recommend to keep holding his position for the target price of 2050 and maintain a stop loss near 1720.
Okay, let's bring in another caller. Ritesh is joining us from Delhi. Hi, Ritesh. How are you doing this evening?
Hi, ma'am.
Please go ahead with how we can help you, Ritesh.
Yeah, ma'am, actually I have purchased SBI card at the rate of 740, 150 shares. So I'm holding it from last 6 months.
Okay.
So I can hold for 2-3 years. So can you give a view on this?
Okay, so you're looking to hold it for 2-3 years.
Yes.
So Mahesh, would you like to give him a view on SBI Cards? He's, I think, holding it at $740 a piece.
Definitely, some things are not working for SBI cards. So I think he could exit on some higher level that can be 720, 740 level odd level if any upside can come in. And that era and that level he can exit and he can move to SBH, which is looks more prominent compared to SBI cards. So he can switch to SBI.
Is that something you endorse as well? Because the stock has been off its highs for some time now. And SBI does have, it's not been doing well, the SBI cards business. So what's your sense on it?
From my side?
No, that one was for Kushal.
Speaking of SBI cards, I mean, the stock is under constant distribution. I mean, it's right at the demand zone near 675, where there have been multiple times, there has been, multiple recoveries from this demand zone. But like I said, I mean, the price structure is quite, indicative of distribution. So my sense is I'm not expecting any major recovery. Like Sir said, there can be a short-term bounce. Probably you can exit at higher levels, close to 740, 760 odds. But my view remains negative on a larger picture.
Okay, so that's a sell on SBI cards.
Okay, and now we have Ramesh joining us from Karnataka. Hi Ramesh, good evening.
Hi ma'am, good evening. My name is Ramesh ma'am.
Hi, please go ahead with your question.
Ma'am, KPI Green Energy 700 stock, average price 950, 84,000 loss ma'am.
Okay, I want to know why did you invest in KPI Energy, Ramesh?
Short term ma'am, January 3 bonus issue share ma'am, seller sell, holder sell ma'am.
Okay, I'll take your question to Kushal. Hi Kushal, so Ramesh holds 700 shares of KPI Green Energy, and I think he is he's hinting at a bonus issue in January. What is your sense of this stock? But because it is a high frequency stock and does not really show a clear direction as to where is it heading on the charts. So what do you recommend?
Stock remains sideways, and the latter part almost from September. So this is an indication that the stock is undergoing some accumulation. So my sense is that the stock might move on the upside, but a little on a slower momentum rate. So my sense is to hold on to this investment with a trailing stop loss near 773, and my target on the upside is 920, followed by 985.
Okay, let's go across to Anthony. I think he's joining in from Hyderabad. Hi, Anthony.
Hi.
Just wanted to understand from you, you're looking to invest in ITC on the 6th of Jan. Why this particular stock?
So before 6th of Jan, there is going to be a demerger for the ITC business and the hotel business going to get separated, and we're going to get 10:1 ratio stocks. So I was thinking that will give an added advantages for getting additional stocks. So I thought that would be a good reason for me to invest, as this is one of the ongoing and a good stock which will yield a good run for a long run. That's what my thought was and the background for it to be choose.
And you'd want a longish term fundamental view, I assume. So let's go to Mahesh on this one first. Mahesh, ITC, the viewer wants to know whether he should be investing in it after the demerger process takes place. So give us your view.
Definitely, he can buy ITC from here also, because after demerger, ITC story also can improve from India. ITC hotel also, I think, can give good return from these level. So ITC can be hold, and ITC in the FMCG sector is lower P value from, so upside is more prominent in ITC. So I think he can buy from these level.
So buy on ITC, and now we have Ranjita joining us on the phone line. Hi Ranjita.
Hi.
Hi, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, actually I have SBI shares. I purchased it 856, 1800 quantity. So what should I do? Like hold it or like sell it? And like if I want to hold, so like how long can I wait for that?
Ranjita, did you recently buy these shares?
Yes, around 20 days back.
20 days back, so at 800.
Yeah.
Okay. And why SBI, if I may ask?
Actually, like I thought like I'll get a good amount. That's why it will be move ahead.
Okay, got that. Mahesh, let's take this question to you. So Ranjita has 1,800 shares of SBI, but is now clearly sitting in a loss because the current price is at 793 and the stock has been pretty flat. So Plus has been trading in a range since July, I suppose. So what's your view on SBI, and should Ranjita hold on and be patient?
Definitely, she can hold that SBI, because it is SBI number last number are came very good. So we are expecting SBI to consolidation in 785 to 820 range. After that, but SBI can move upward side. We are currently down in last 5 to 7 session due to some supply zone, but fundamentally there is no issue. We see it can hold SBI. I think from 9 to 12 month horizon, 1,000+ target we can see in SBI. So definitely it's a good investment, and she can hold.
All right, let's take another WhatsApp query before we go back to our callers. Just a quick reminder to our viewers, do feel free to call in to the numbers that are flashing on your screen. We are taking your calls live, and our analysts are helping you with your investment questions. Next one coming in from Dinesh in Tamilnad. He is holding about 200 shares at 460 rupees. He's wanting to know, this is in Tamilnad Mercantile Bank, wants to know whether he should hold or sell. Now, this is one of the oldest private sector banks in India, of course. It does offer a lot of banking services to MSMEs, but you know, it's been a bit dramatic on the charts, really, volatile, more like it. So I don't know if he's asking for a long-term or short-term view, but let's go across to Kushal on this one first. Kushal, what's your sense on Tamilnad Mercantile Bank?
I have a negative view on the stock simply because the stock has been trading with low high formations and the selling volumes are quite high and selling days are quite more frequent. So I would advise him to, an investor to just exit this position and probably look for something into much of a private bank space, something like an HDFC or an ICICI bank.
Is that something that you would recommend as well, Mahesh? And any recommendations in the private banking space or the banking space rather?
Yeah, HDFC and ICC Bank looks good. ICC Bank looks more good to me. And from Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank perspective, he can keep a stop loss of 438. We can see some more upside from 475 to 485 odd level. So if he want to hold, then he can keep a stop loss of 438 odd level. But from short term perspective, there is not much more upside visible in this counter.
Okay, got that. And now we have Jagdish calling us from Bangalore. Hi, Jagdish. Jagdish, can you hear me? Okay, I think there's some audio issue. I'll take his query. He has 1,000 shares of Sarla Performance Fibers at 91 apiece, and he's asking for a short-term outlook. Now, Sarla Performance Fibers manufactures various types of polyester and nylon yarns, so quite a specific stock to be in. And the stock has been above, the 86 level since June, but has been again a little bit range bound. So, Kushal, I'll come to you on this one. What's your sense on this particular counter, and should he hold on to his 1,000 shares?
Reviews positive on Sarla Poly. The stock has been consolidating near to the record highs, which is a very classic sign of accumulation. Plus, the relative strength compared to Nifty remains quite robust. So I'm positive on the stock for the target price of 132 to 135 on the short term and have a stop loss maintained near 107.
All right, let's go across to Vimal now, who's calling in from Chennai. Hi, Vimal. How can we help you on Ask Profit? Thank you for joining us.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I am holding Vishal Mart 190 shares at 78 rupees, ma'am. Can I hold it or can I book profit and come out, ma'am? I am asking for short-term view.
Okay, so you...
3 to 6 months.
Yeah, so you got it at the IPO price, I understand.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes,
okay, and you're holding 190 shares. So let's go across to Mahesh on this one. Mahesh, what's your outlook on Vishal Mega Mart? It did list quite well. It was about 33 at a premium of about 33.3%, and he's sitting on some amount of profit.
No, definitely he can hold because I think Vishal Mega Mart is a prominent player and a much more upside can visible in Vishal Mega Mart. Yeah, from current perspective, company is an expansion mode and we can see some more expansion from company side. So I think there is a more upside we can see in if his horizon is 9 to 12 months, we can see 150 and 160 odd level. And from a stop loss perspective, he can keep a stop loss near 88. So much more upside we can see from current level.
Okay, and now we have Raju on the phone line calling us from our city, Mumbai. So, hi Raju, good evening.
Hi, very good evening.
Good evening, thank you.
I have purchased Reliance 1,000 units at approx around 1,200 price.
Okay.
So my query is, I want to understand whether I can keep this for long term or what would be the future in for this Reliance.
Okay, Raju, and since your buying price is around 1,200, which is close to the current trading price of the stock as well, I'd like to ask you, when exactly did you buy these 1,000 shares, and were they bought in one go or did you stagger them?
No, it was one go, and recently around 20-25 days back I have purchased it.
Okay, and did you read anything about Reliance Industries before investing, or what was the mindset behind this investment?
My intent is that there are many other companies that is going to get bifurcated in this. So, and energy sector would be great in the near future. So that intent I have purchased it.
Okay, got that. Mahesh, let's take your fundamental view on Reliance Industries. The company, although fundamentally, as he mentioned, that has a lot of companies under it and is an umbrella brand, but on the charts, it feels like it has, it has been, slowly, gradually decreasing, especially since October. The levels at which the stock has been performing has decreased from 1500 to now about 1200. So that's a 300 plus rupees drop since October itself. So would you suggest Raju to hold on to his 1000 shares of Reliance Industries?
Definitely, he can hold because his horizon is longer term, and we can value is there, and we can see some more consolidation in Reliance, but slow and gradually we can see some more upside. Can levels can be for 1,400 up 50 level. We can see in the 9 to 12 month horizon. But from Reliance perspective, there is a technically there is much more short position built in the Reliance, so stock is facing some more down more selling pressure. But slow and gradually, we can see some more upside in Reliance. Fundamentally, there is a value and he can hold.
And Kushal, do you echo that view as well?
I mean, Reliance is almost it's significantly down by 24-25%. And I feel the kind of correction that we've seen, there should be some sort of repair mode where the stock will undergo a long, broader consolidation. So I think something like a Reliance will give you much, better chances going forward. So right now, I don't think it's a very good thing to sort of hold on to a buy a falling knife and rather wait for certain technical evidence to evolve, let the stock undergo certain accumulation where certain buying is happening in the stock. That's when you should start entering Reliance. So as of now, I would recommend to stay out of Reliance.
Okay, let's go across to Rajiv. I think he's calling in from Mumbai. Hi, Rajiv. How can we help you?
Hello.
Yes, hi, Rajiv. How can we help you?
I want to know whether I should hold on to my ITD Cementation shares. I have bought them at around an average price of 490.
Okay. And when did you buy these?
Over a period.
Okay, so you're averaging at 490.
My question is, I just got the news that ITD Cementation has won a major contract for port works at Dahanu, Part 1 port. So you think I should invest more in it, or?
All right. I think Mahesh will be the best one to answer this one. Mahesh, he wants to know ITD Cementation has got an order coming in. He's got 100 shares at, I think, 490, he said, an average price of that. So what's your sense on it? Should he buy more?
No, from my perspective, buying on these levels are not suggestible, but from profit booking perspective, we can see some more upside for 560 to 575 odd level where he can book the profit. Because we can see stocks run in last 3-4 years very handsomely. So the current level of buying is not suggestible, but he can book profit in some higher level.
Okay, got that. And now we have Sachin joining us on the phone line from Bangalore. Hi, Sachin. Good evening.
Good evening, madam. Firstly, wish you Happy New Year, madam.
Oh, Happy New Year, Sachin. Thank you so much. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you, madam. I have taken 600 shares of Suzlon at the rate of 74 rupees, madam.
Okay.
I have taken at long back, October 14, I have purchased.
Okay. October 14 this year, right?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay, okay.
I can hold for short term. I have to hold for the next 2 weeks only.
Okay. Is there a particular reason why you want to hold it only for the next 2 weeks and not any longer?
I have only for a strictly dated for January myself.
Okay, okay. I will take this question to Kushal on this one because Kushal, our viewer Sachin, he holds 600 shares of Suzlon Energy and he wants a very short-term perspective rather than just 2 weeks. But just a couple of things about the stock that really excites me is the fact that it's a multi-bagger stock and has gained 515% in the last 2 years. What is your view? Should he hold on to this stock for the next 2 weeks only?
Well, from a longer term perspective as well, I see certain distribution happening within the stock. And from a shorter term point of view, also, I'm not expecting any meaningful upside. I mean, simply because the levels of 70 is likely to act as very crucial resistance and a very strong resistance. So I think the upside is going to be remain capped. So I would advise him to sort of exit his position and probably look for another lucrative opportunity.
Okay, let's go across to Mahesh now, joining in from Bengaluru. Hi Mahesh, how can we help you? And before you wish us Happy New Year, we seem to have forgotten it's the first day of the new year, you know, in the usual work that's been carrying on. Happy New Year, and tell us how we can help you.
Thank you so much for the wishes, ma'am. Good evening. I just had a query. I had about 150 shares of TAM Capital around 380 rupees. So I am planning to hold it for around 12 months. So is there any positive perspective where I can get a decent amount of profit out of it, or else I should sell it with a limited profit?
Okay, so I assume you're looking at some listing gains over there. So let's go across very quickly to Mahesh on this one. Mahesh, DAM Capital Advisors, I think he said he's holding it at 380. He wants a long-term outlook in terms of whether he should be holding this for about 3 to 4 years. It did list at a premium.
Definitely, from if his horizon long term he can hold, but from current perspective, we can see some more downside from these level, because stock is looks highly expensive from current level. But from longer term perspective, there is much more upside visible for merchant banker side and broking industry side. So from 3 to 4 years, if it is horizon, he can hold. But shorter term perspective, we can see some more selling from in these counters. So if it's depend on horizon. If his horizon is very short term, we can see some more downside. But his horizon is long term, 3 to 4 years, and definitely he can hold.
Okay, so hold on the long term for that. Well, viewers, we slip into a very short break on Ask Profit, but do remember we'll be coming back in just a bit, and do keep those calls coming. We are here for the next half hour to help you with your investments. Stay with us on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know Your Company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know Your Company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
On my face. How do you define a disruptor?
The idea was, why should we charge differently? We should probably charge the same.
What's the idea to change things down?
People would be scared to put 50,000 rupees with us, right? Yeah. But today, we have customers who put 500 crores with us.
What was your biggest challenge?
We did not have enough money in the bank to even meet the payroll.
What are the lessons that you've learned from the mistakes that you saw being made?
Didn't want to dilute their stake and therefore, ran out of cash.
Think you know what success looks like? Think again. Meet the disruptors, those who dare, dream and defy.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings. Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential.
Welcome back, viewers. This is Ask Profit, only on NDTV Profit, where you ask your queries and we try and answer them through our guests. And our guest for this evening is Kushal Gandhi. He is our technical expert today, and he comes from Stocksbox, whereas Mahesh Ojha, AVP at Hensick Securities, will be answering all your fundamental questions. So do call in on the numbers that are flashing on your screen. You can also write to us on WhatsApp, and we'll be taking up queries as we go ahead in the show. Veer is right now joining us on the phone line from Kashmir. Hi, Veer.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Veer?
Yes, I wanted to know about PI Industries.
Okay, please go ahead. Give us more details, please.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a long-term view. I have 10 shares of it at 4,000.
Okay, and when did you purchase these 10 shares?
Around 2 weeks before.
2 weeks before. Where was there any particular reason why you invested these shares?
I just wanted to take something in the chemical sector.
Okay. And what did you read about the agrochemical sector?
I saw this was below the 200 DMA, and I thought that it had a huge dip.
Okay. Okay, let's take this question to Mahesh. Mahesh, our viewer holds 10 shares of PI Industries at 4,000 apiece. The current price is around 3,691, so pretty below his buying price. What is your sense of this company, and how should he go about investing in it?
From longer term perspective, he can hold from a 9 to 12 month horizon. We may see 4,650 to 4,700 odd level. But in shorter term, stock is facing some downside level. So I can suggest stop loss near 3,480. And in shorter term, we can see 3,850 to 3,900 odd level. So currently stock is facing some downside, so he can keep stop loss 3,480. But if his horizon is very long term, more than 9 to 12 months, he can hold.
Okay, let's go across now to another caller joining in from Kolkata. Vipul is with us on the phone line. Hi, Vipul.
Yes, ma'am.
Just tell us how we can help you. I think your query is about Wipro.
I am holding Wipro Limited since 3 years and also want to hold 2 years more.
And
I have 285 X bonus price. I have purchased 500 shares.
Okay, so the average price is 285, right?
285 X bonus.
At bonus, okay. Great, got that. So you're looking for a long-term view, and so we'll go across to Mahesh on this one. Mahesh, he wants to know about Wipro. He does seem to have a longish-term outlook, willing to hold it for another 2 to 3 years. What's your sense on this? And any other stocks that you recommend in this space?
Definitely, Wipro is a good company in long-term perspective. He can hold, but from current perspective, stock is facing some downside pressure. So I think we can see some more downside in the stocks. But if his horizon is more than 1 year, more 2 to 3 years, so we may see 450 to 480 odd level in Wipro's upside level. But when we are seeing in the IT space, TCS looking more prominent than Wipro and other counters. So fundamentally, TCS is more strong than any other counter in the IT space.
Right, I'd like to come to you as well, Kushal, in the tech space. What is your advice, given the fact that we're going to see a new administration come in the US, and there could be significant headwinds?
Well, speaking of IT, I feel IT as a sector might undergo some gestation period just because we've seen some significant upside over the last couple of months. So I think this gestation will be a very good sign for further accumulation. And speaking of weekly analysis, IT was one of the sectors that was showcasing some positive momentum deteriorating. So I feel if IT as a sector can undergo certain accumulation along, probably some sideways trend for a couple of weeks to months. But again, if you want to hold on to stock, something like a Persistent or a Coforge, Infosys for that matter, they look really good from a medium term to a long term point of view. And I'm also very bullish on Wipro from probably like a 1 year to 2 year time of horizon.
Okay, and now we have Srinivas calling us from Chennai. Hi, Srinivas.
Hi, madam. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Srinivas. Please go ahead with your question.
Well, actually, I would like to know about Inventurus Knowledge Solution, IKS.
Okay.
I bought nearly 60 shares with the cost of 1384.
Okay.
So can I hold it for or can I sell for short term?
Srinivas, when did you purchase these shares at 1,300 levels?
1 week back, madam.
1 week back. And did you read about this company before investing in this?
Yeah, yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Could I know what was it that you read about it?
It's a progress, so I think, madam.
Okay, got it. Let's take this question to Kushal. Hi, Kushal. So our viewer holds 59 shares in this particular company, which is IKS at 1,300 levels. The stock has been performing pretty well. What is your sense on this company?
I feel the stock can undergo some more, sideways trend or probably some more accumulation is required. So yeah, probably you can hold on to the stock. I'm not expecting like a very quick, momentum on the upside. But definitely you can hold on to the stock with a stop loss near 1863. And probably my first target on the upside is 2170. Once that is taken out, probably you can look for 2300.
Okay, let's go across to Kartikeya. I think you're calling from Chennai. Hi, how are you doing this evening and how can we help you? Okay, I think that's a very poor connection that we have with you, but I think we've understood your question. It's about Electrosteel castings. You've bought 500 shares at the rate of 172 and you want to know if you should hold or sell. So the stock currently trading at 143 levels. Well, you must, I'm assuming you bought it some time ago, perhaps in the month of October. You want to know that whether you should hold or sell. So let's go across to Kushal on this one. Kushal, what's your sense on this company?
I would recommend the investor to sell his holdings simply because the stock is, under sustained selling pressure with 50 DM acting as overhead resistance. So I feel the stock can see furthermore selling pressure. So it's best to advise, exit this position at the current market price.
Okay, so that's a sell on this one.
Okay, now we have Roshan calling us from Delhi. Hi Roshan, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, ma'am. All of you.
Thank you, thank you.
Ma'am.
Please go ahead with your question.
Actually, my question is regarding to Varun Beverages Limited, ma'am.
Okay.
I had bought 630 shares, 50 shares at 630 rupees. And my concern is that promoter is continuously, frequently selling their shares in stock.
Okay.
And I want to know that it will be better to keep for the long term or short term, ma'am.
Okay, got your question. Mahesh, let's take this question to you. Our viewer holds 50 shares of Varun Beverages at 630 a piece. The stock has been close to 2% up today and is around 650 rupees at the moment. And as our viewer also mentioned that the promoter holding in this particular company has been decreasing, in fact, and decreased by over 2% just last quarter. So what's your sense of this stock? Should he hold or should he sell?
Definitely, he can hold. Company is doing very good, and management is also very good. It's a different part that management is selling some mistakes. So from that perspective, I don't know. But from a fundamental perspective, we may see 740 to 760 level in Varun Beverage. And in the shorter term view, if you want to shorter term view, then he can keep stop loss near 580 odd level. If breaking 580, then we may see 540, 550 odd level. So from shorter to longer term view, he can hold, but stop loss should be near 580 level, and 1 year horizon target could be 760 up to 760 level.
All right, I think we've got Suresh joining in from Bengaluru. Hi Suresh, how can we help you? Suresh, are you there with us on the phone line? Okay, I think we've got some bit of a problem with that phone connection again, but let me just take his question. I think it's about KPIT Technology, 600 shares at 370 rupees. He's looking for a short-term outlook. He's obviously already sitting on some amount of profit if he... so let's, on the charts, how does it look to you at this point in time, Kushal?
View is slightly, sideways, and like I said, I'm expecting IT as a sector to consolidate a bit more. So I think KPIT can undergo a similar trend with 200 DM acting as immediate overhead resistance near 1580 levels. So the upside definitely remains capped from a shorter term point of view. So yeah, probably he can just hold on from, if he has a long-term view, he can probably hold on to the stock. But I'm not expecting any meaningful upside from a short-term point of view.
Okay. And now we have Vinod calling us from Tamilnad. Hi, Vinod.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, Vinod. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for calling Ask Profit. Please go ahead with your
Thank
question.
you. Wish you the same.
Please go ahead with your question, Vinod.
I have three paints companies in my watch list. Like one is Asian, Berger, and Indigo Paints.
Okay.
So I want to know like which can be purchased now at this current level for a long-term perspective, maybe like 2 or 3 years.
Understood, Vinod. And why are you interested in the paint industry particularly and these three stocks?
Because the paints industry is beaten down very hardly. So I feel like at this level, if we buy, so we can make some good level of profit.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll take this question to Mahesh. Mahesh, what is your sense of the paint industry? As he mentioned that the paint industry is undergoing some pain at the moment. So please go ahead with your view, and also if you could also share what is your sense on the three stocks that he has in his watch list, which are Asian Paints, Indigo, and Berger.
From Asian Paint perspective, he can start buying from these levels in a staggered way. Current view is Asian paint industry facing some competition from Birla Ops industry, and already stocks facing some consolidation zone. But from recently one report came that the crude oil price can go down up to $65 odd dollar level. So that perspective stock can get benefited. So I think he can start buying from these level, and in lower, if any level of get 2050 to 2100 odd level, he can add more. So he can start from here, and we may see some more upside up to 2750 to 2850 plus level in the 1 year horizon. So accumulation can be done here.
Okay, let's now take up some WhatsApp queries very quickly. First, we go across to a question that we got from Bengaluru, from Bhaskar. Now, Bhaskar has purchased about 3,000 shares at 52.50 levels. He wants to know about a 1-year outlook. Now, the stock, of course, has done extremely well, surged about 65.39% since it listed on the stock exchanges, and it listed at a price, I think, of about 31 rupees or thereabouts. Let's go across to both our guests. In fact, let's go across first to Mahesh on Sagility. Mahesh, what's your sense? He wants to hold the stock for 1 year.
No, definitely he can hold, but yeah, what we are seeing in the last 2 days, we are seeing a sort of 5% lower circuit in Sagility, but from recently listed counter, we have seen from 30 odd level to 57 or level. And recently, the company has posted very good numbers, and what in con call company has given a more detailed presentation, detail about the company. So we are expecting much more good result in coming quarters. So I think from 1 year perspective, definitely he can hold. Shortly in shorter term, the stock has run a lot, so some profit booking from big investor can visible. But from 1 year horizon, I think he can hold. And if anyone want to add in lower level 45, 46 level getting, then they can buy.
Okay, now we have Srinivas calling us from Bangalore. A lot of calls from Bangalore, I suppose. Hi, Srinivas.
Hi there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Yes.
Please go ahead with your question, Srinivas.
My query is like I have about 50 stocks of Tata Motors at 1,000 rupees, and I'm looking to long-term review and like can I add more or can I average because the stock is down right now?
Okay, and Srinivas, when did you purchase these 50 shares of Tata Motors?
At least 3 months back.
3 months back, which was around August?
Yeah, August, September. Right.
August, September, okay. And did you read anything about Tata Motors?
Yep, like at the time it was going good, but then later on, market started falling down and it went down with the trend.
Got it. I'll take this question to our technical expert first, because I would want to also get your view on this, Kushal, to understand why the stock has been correcting since August levels because our viewer bought it around 1,000 and now the stock is trading around 740 levels. So what is your perspective on Tata Motors?
Well, I have a negative view as of now. I mean, just considering the price action from March 24, the stock underwent some nice distribution at the top, and we've seen some very significant decline. So I think for something like a large cap Tata Motors to recover the price has to undergo a long period of consolidation, which would mean which would sort of mean some heavy accumulation happening at the bottom levels. So as of now, I would want to avoid the stock and not try to bottom fish because auto as a sector also looks sluggish at the current market juncture. So I have a negative view on Tata Motors, and I would want to wait and watch if the stock unfolds in a sideways trend.
And Mahesh, what is your sense on Tata Motors? Are you pessimistic about this company as well?
I mean, from auto sector perspective, if we are seeing Tata Motor is reasonably P valued, so fundamentally that P valued is very comfortable to enter in this counter. And I think today's auto sales number came also good. So I think accumulation can be done here if anyone want to add in a staggered way. Then definitely can add in the Tata Motor, but it may take some more time for upside level. That can be keep in mind.
Okay, let's go across to Abhishek now, joining in from Tamilnad. Hi Abhishek, how can we help you, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Edma. Ma'am, I have established Solar of 60 shares. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I have 60 shares of established Solar at average price of around 480. I just bought this for long term because this company is turnaround. I just went around with the transcript report and all. I just want to know, can I accumulate more at this level, or I want to wait for another downside?
Okay, so any particular reason why you invested in the renewable energy space in this company specifically?
Because we are the leading EPC companies in India, and now they are turning around in their financial. They reduced their debt, and they reported that they will give in good quarters, upcoming quarters.
Okay.
That is the reason I came for this stock.
All right, and you want to look at it for the long term. So let's first go across to Mahesh on this one. Mahesh, he's wondering if he should accumulate more on the levels at this point in time. What's your advice?
I think he can accumulate more if any downside in 460, 465 level. So accumulation can be done in this counter, and we are optimistic for some more upside in this counter. I think 580, if his horizon is 1 year, 580, 600 level could come in this counter. And as he has already given some details about company, we are very optimistic for 580 to 600 odd level in the 1 year horizon.
Okay, and Kushal, any recommendations in this particular space, and also what's your view on this company?
Well, I have a negative outlook on the sector itself. And again, speaking of SW Solar, I mean, the stock has breached some crucial support levels of 509, 5010 levels. So I think there might be certain sustained selling pressure continuing. However, right now the stock is trading at a very critical juncture with 436 acting as a very crucial demand zone. I think if that level is also taken out, we might see more selling pressure continuing. So I have a bit of a negative view on the stock right now.
Okay. Now we have a WhatsApp query written to us from Vipul, all the way from Ahmedabad. He holds 100 shares of KSP at 625 a piece, and he's asking for a long-term outlook. Now the stock has sort of corrected around 20% in the past 6 months. So Mahesh, let's come to you on this one. What is your perspective on KSP?
Definitely hold. I think stock can do much more upside in from current level. I think we can see if his horizon is more than 1 year, to we can see 1,000 odd level. From 1 year horizon, we can see 850 to 880 odd level. So from my perspective, KSB can be hold.
All right, I think we've got another caller joining us from Tamilnad. Hi Mayappa, Happy New Year, and how can we help you?
Yeah, Happy New Year to you.
How can we help you? Yes, go ahead, please.
I have bought a NALCO National Aluminium Company for 214 rupees, 100 shares.
Okay. And
I can hold for short term or long term. How is the point of view?
okay, so you're looking for both long term and short term sort of a view. Let's go across first to Mahesh on this one. Mahesh, National Aluminium Company, and he wants to know whether he should hold for a long term. Also, your general view on metals.
Definitely, if his view is long term, he can hold. But from current perspective, we are seeing some lower consolidation type in metal sector. So we are, if any downside, we may see 190 to 195 odd level in NALCO also. So from that perspective, if any downside can come, he can also accumulate there. So from 1 year horizon, we can see 275 to 280 odd level in NALCO. From my perspective, he can definitely hold.
Okay, and now we have Shrikant joining us on the phone line from Hyderabad. Hi, Shrikant.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great, Shrikant. Happy New Year to you. Please go ahead with your question.
Yes, thanks for taking my call. Actually, I got some retired funds with me, so I want to invest in IOC. From the point of view of dividend. So can I invest in IOC?
Okay, okay. I got your question. I'll take this to Mahesh. Mahesh, our viewer wants to invest in IOC, and he's particularly interested in the dividend income. So what would your suggestion to him be?
I would suggest him to invest in a staggered way. From IOC perspective, dividend is very high. Dividend yield is very attractive. So he can invest here, and if any downside, if any selling pressure in the stocks, and we may see up to 118 to 124, then he can invest further. So he can start investing a staggered way.
Okay. Next up, do we have a WhatsApp query? Okay. Let's go across and take a WhatsApp query by Jay Chandran. He is written to us from Chennai. He holds 300 shares of Apollo Microsystems at 94.60 rupees. And now the stock has been pretty range bound since April this year. So, Kushal, what's your sense on Apollo Microsystems?
Well, Apollo Microsystems last week has shown some momentum, but I feel the upside is going to be remain capped. You should look for another alternative, something like a BEL or a BEML or HL for that matter. Apollo Microsystems, I feel there can be certain more bearish implications going forward because the stock looks a bit extended as of now. Considering the last 3 trading sessions, there might be some more profit booking. And yeah, again, the levels of 127, 125 holds a very crucial favorable resistance. So the upside remains capped in this stock. So yeah, I mean, I would rather want to have him invested in other alternatives.
Okay, let's go across to Ankit now. He's calling in from Raigad. Hi, Ankit. How are you doing, and how can we help you?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, and happy New Year to all of you, ma'am.
Same to you as well.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I have Sona Comstar 350 shares at rupees 492, ma'am.
Okay.
So I wanted to know about the long-term outlook of the share, ma'am.
And any particular reason that you invested in this one, and when did you make this investment?
Actually, I have the shares from the IPO time, ma'am, and I have added this in small quantities, and means like EV and all, and out of the concern of future of EV, like that's why I have invested in the share, ma'am.
Okay, so you've done fair bit of research, but you are wanting to know if you should be holding on to this one. Let's go across first to Kushal. Actually, let's go across to Mahesh first on the long-term outlook, and then we'll take a view from Kushal as well.
Definitely, he can hold if his horizon is very long term. But from what is working for company, we currently some auto numbers are recently last 1-2 months has come slightly mild. So all the auto and auto component was doing seeing some selling pressure. From from coming quarter perspective, we are seeing some consumption hike in the auto sector as well. So he can hold from my perspective, and 1 year downside horizon 680 to 740 level can be expected in this count.
Okay, and now we have Varun calling us from Bangalore. Hi, Varun. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead with your question, Varun.
Hey, I wish you all Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I have Yes Bank shares. I have averaged it out at around 51 rupees. And now the price is hovering around 20 rupees or so for a quite long time now. So what is your advice on this Yes Bank?
I got your question, and I'll take this question to our fundamental expert, Mahesh. Mahesh, the stock has dropped pretty much 20% in the past 6 months, over 60% in the last 5 years. How do you see the future of this company?
Definitely, nothing visible from current perspective in Yes Bank. So I think if its horizon is more than 2 to 3 years, and we may see some stake sale type adjustment in companies, and then we may see some more upside from current perspective. Nothing visible, more visible in banks. So I think exit on higher side. If anything get 27 to 28 odd level, he can sell and exit.
Okay. KK Mehra joining us in from Delhi. Hi, Mr. Mehra, how can we help you?
Yes, very good evening and a very, very happy new year to you.
Same to you as well.
Yes, I have 500 shares of Trans Rail Lighting. I purchased at 570 and want a 3-month view.
Okay. And you want a 3-month view. All right. Yes. So that's a short-term sort of a view that you are looking at. Let me take this one to Kushal, to Mahesh only, in fact. Mahesh, what's your view on Transrail?
It's a recently listed company, and I think fundamental of company is looking some good. And we may see some more upside in this counter as well, because recently listed IPO also, we may some more volatile. From a stop loss perspective, he can keep stop loss near 515 odd level. From upper side zone, we can see 650 to 700 odd level in 3 months.
Okay. So I think I'm really running out of time on the show right now. It's a hold right now on that company. But we don't have any more time to take your calls. But we'd like to thank all our viewers for joining in and trusting us to and our experts with advice. And we'd also like to thank both our guests, Kushal as well as Mahesh, at this point in time. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Well, that's all the time we have for on Ask Profit, but do call in and send us your queries. Tomorrow we'll be here at the same time.
Thanks for joining.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know Your Company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know Your Company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
On my face. How do you define a disruptor?
The idea was, why should we charge differently? We should probably charge the same.
What's the idea to change things around?
People would be scared to put 50,000 rupees with us, right? But today, we have customers who put 500 crores with us.
What was your biggest challenge?
We did not have enough money in the bank to even meet the payroll.
What are the lessons that you've learned from the mistakes that you saw being made?
Didn't want to dilute their stake and therefore, ran out of cash.
Think you know what success looks like? Think again. Meet the disruptors, those who dare, dream and defy.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open. on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target.
It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings.
Benchmarks start the new year on a positive note. The Nifty ends above the 23,700 mark, whereas the Sensex jumps above 78,500.
We must prioritize the 2 T's that serve as the most sustainable differentiators in today's world: technology and talent.
Adani Group Chairman Gautam Adani, in his New Year message to his workforce, says the company's plan is to prioritize technology and talent. Reigning discounts fail to keep higher auto sales momentum as automakers deliver a mixed bag in December. Maruti's total sales surprised by rising 29% year-on-year. Escorts Tata Motors disappoint. The new year has a new king in the EV space. Bajaj Auto dethrones Ola Electric with the highest market share at 25%. The Cabinet extends one-time special package for diammonium phosphate fertilizers to farmers. The extension is set at 3,500 rupees per metric ton and will be effective today. Air India becomes the first Indian airline to introduce in-flight Wi-Fi service on domestic routes. Russia launches more than 100 drones at Ukraine in a New Year attack. Reports say at least 6 people, including a pregnant woman, were injured in the strike. Good evening and welcome, and thank you very much for joining us on Profit 360. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. As always, we begin with a look on how the markets performed today, and the benchmark started the new year 2025 on a positive note. The Nifty ended above 23,700 mark, whereas the Sensex jumped above 78,500. Now, the broader markets mirrored the benchmark gains, and Harsh Saita is here with a quick wrap of all the action.
Well, markets gained around 0.5% thereabouts. You saw good breadth with regard to where the Nifty is concerned and also in the broader markets, and therefore the advanced decline overall was nearly 3:1. So positive with regard to breadth, positive with regard to where the benchmark is concerned. Now moving to broader markets, both the Nifty mid cap was up around 0.5%,